Monday night, after Pesach, having such a long vacation, it's always a new temptation to build the class again. When you have a movement, they said, don't ever stop in the shvung. You know what you mean, don't ever stop in the shvung? When you're in the shvung, if you ever saw a trend, especially the old one, the Russian trends, you know how the Russian trend was working? But when he went in, you cannot stop it anymore. You cannot stop it. When you're in a shvung and anything that you do in life, don't stop it. Because when you stop it, it's so difficult to bring it back. One of the challenges of being a rabbi is the holidays. Not because holidays is chad v'shalom. It's only light, Torah, and inspiration. But a usual class that we have every Wednesday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Sunday, because of the holidays you have to break it. At least for twice or 3 times. So when you come in after the holidays and you try to build the class back, it's like starting a new class. After 3 weeks that you didn't appear in the class, it's as I said, life is comfortable. If you manage 3 weeks with no class, maybe you don't need it. And life becomes sweet. This is the power of the evil inclination. Because of that, they said, don't stop in a shvung. They said even, today is Firat Omer, you have to get engaged. You're allowed to get engaged. Why? Maybe somebody else will take away your future husband or your future wife. To get married, we don't get married until the 34th day of the Omer. But engage even in the 3 weeks. If God willing, you're going to have a good news and you're going to have a wife and you want to engage, you don't wait after. You do it right away. Why? It's 2 reasons. One reason is maybe somebody else will take it. What means somebody? How can somebody else take it? We all know that your future wife already announced. How many days before you come to the world they said who's going to be your wife? 40 days before you came to the world they announced who is going to be your wife and who is going to be your husband. So how can somebody else steal it from you? Did you ever ask questions? How can somebody, here's my date, I'm going out with them. Okay, it's not officially, we didn't do Kalchuri yet, but still, we're going out. Beautiful. Beautiful. One explanation is tefillah. If the guy will pray strong enough, he can change even the decision of the Almighty God. You hear what's the power of tefillah? He can change his shidduch and your shidduch because you want this woman. This is one explanation. But the second explanation is when you're in a shvung, when you're in a momentum, don't postpone it. Don't cool it off. Because when you cool it off, you never know when it's going to come back. I had 2 students that, they went out. True story that happened maybe 2 years ago. One of my best students, he went out with the ladies and he already bought the ring to propose. He came and he spoke with her in order to come to offer. She said, listen, I need to think about it. And listen, I need to go to Miami for a few days to clear my head and then to come back with the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, she went to Miami. He was so offended. He went into his family, they canceled it completely. He never offered. He got married and until now she's crying. Why I stop this womb? Why I stop momentum? When you have something good in your hand, don't stop momentum. When business is going good, they always say that every person in life have days of light, spirituality-wise, and days of light, physically-wise, business-wise. Every person in life have few years, or maybe 1 year, that you feel that this year is the year. You know what your job is to do? As many businesses that you can. Open 100 stores. If you feel that God is in your hand, don't go shake. Don't go shivering. Jump in. Because maybe this is the only year that you're going to have. And rich people is people that know how to maneuver a good momentum and to squeeze it until the end. After that, even if it was bad years, they still survive from the money that they made in that year. Spiritual people is people that squeeze the momentum of spirituality. Sometimes you feel that you want to come to study Torah. You feel the light of God. You feel the Shekhinah. You feel the love. Don't stop it. Don't postpone it. You never know if you're going to get such a blessing once again. You hear that? Don't stop the shvung. Today the topic is Mashiach, the era of Mashiach. You know, one time there was a child that came into his father, and the Rav.Asher never left his house. His house was in President Street, Crown Heights. You know his house to be 770, but it was not officially his house. It was the house of Hasidim. It was the Bet Knesset, the office, but not. His house is actually in President Street. So he never left 770 for no other place except two places. The Oil, the grave of his father-in-law, that used to come very often, and the camp. Once in a year he used to go to the camp and Kaskin. You know, all the children that go into the camps, he used to come to visit once a year. This is the only time that he left. The President of the United States one time invited him and he said, I don't leave 770. The only two places that he left is for these two. So one day a child coming to his father and said, Abba, the Rebbe came today to the camp. And he spoke so much about Mashiach. Abba, we need to bring Mashiach. The father said, my dear son, I'm also speaking about Mashiach all day long. He said, yes, you're speaking. He believed it. You see the difference? He believed it. אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח. Gentlemen, today I will tell you what's the reason we need Mashiach. Because for many of us, life is just amazing. Incredible life. We have Torah, we have kashrut, we have kosher food, we have a good business, we have a vacation, Bura Bura, Cancun, Gehenna, all of that. I mean, life is amazing. What do you need more? I mean, most of us is going to get married with a righteous woman, Be'ezrat Hashem, with a righteous man. We're going to have children, Be'ezrat Hashem. Life is amazing. America is free religion. Many people don't understand why we need Mashiach. I mean, we live in a good area. Maybe now we start to figure out a little because we have, I would say it in a nice way, very unusual president. And the world become very unusual world. I mean, our president is a very, unique. In America, when you tell somebody unique, it's not such a... He's a very unique guy. I don't think that he's going to think twice if you need to push the button. The same way that we have one in Iran, and the Russian guy, we all know that is not normal completely. I mean, this guy is nervous, like a nervous that he went in and killing people in Syria like it's not tomorrow. And the bombs. I mean, the world became a very scary world. The one with North Korea, right? He have a signature from psychology. He just killed his own brothers 1 month and 2 months ago. You remember that he killed his own brothers? No feeling. The world is and France, last night it was election, yesterday. And the most dangerous group was running to become a president once again, They won the second run. Le Pen, what's his name? Le Pen and the other one. Very scary one. The world become unusual. So maybe now we understand a little why do we need Mashiach. But today I'm going to give you an example. If there's anything that a person is thinking about the Rav.Asher is what? Mashiach. Gentlemen, ladies, Mashiach have nothing to do only with Chabad. Mashiach is not something that Chabad invent. Each one of us, one of the obligations is to believe in Mashiach. One of the 13 principles that we said every day in the tefillah. אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח ואף על פי שיתמהמה עם כל זה אחכה בכל יום שיבוא. I believe that Mashiach is supposed to come on a daily basis. And even if he's going to postpone, I will never stop believing him. This is one. Second, I will give you. How many questions they're going to ask us? You know, the Gemara said, you know what, ladies, when you have a test, how nice it is to know the answer, or at least to know the questions before, right? It's very important to know the questions. If you know the questions and you have 1 month before, you're going to pass the test, right? 1 month. If I give you any test to be a lawyer, to be a psychologist, I'm giving you 1 month all the questions that you're going to get. The officially questions. Not look alike and close enough. The officiated questions. Are you going to pass the test, yes or no? 100%, right? You don't have to study. You just have to remember, you're going to go to search, you're going to pay money to a different psychology, a different profession, or to the internet, and you're going to get the answer, and that's it. I'm giving you the questions that they're going to ask you after 120 years. You have 100 years to prepare. Not 1 month, 100 years. If you have the answer, you're guaranteed to go to Gan Eden. If you don't have the answer, shame on you. Shame on you, because you got the questions 100 years before. So they're going to ask you, Nasata venatata be'emunah. It's not my word, the Gemara word. That you made honest business. The fourth question that they're going to ask you is, that you cheat in business or not? That you cheat in business or not? Huh? Or, you know, there was a guy, that Israeli guy, that came to America, and in Israel, I believe that in America, yes, it was in America, he used to sell bags, you know, these bags for supermarket, these cheap bags, you know, this nylon bag, he used to sell it. And, you know, he's not religious, he came here to make money. Who count? Every 1,000, he took away maybe 100. 100, nobody count. Have you ever saw somebody count? Nobody count, he took maybe 50, he took 20. You know how much 20, he manufacturing. You know how much he sells? 20 from every 100 or from every 1,000. You're talking about, you know, a few hundred thousands. You know, and each one of them is money. They pay you 4,000. Years later, he made teshuvah. He came to the rabbi and said, Rabbi, how can I do teshuvah? I stole from any company that I ever work. I don't even remember who I stole. Many times in business, we steal with so many people, we cannot do teshuvah. Which customer? I mean, this customer that I stole will never come back to the store. This is a serious question to ask. If you steal from so many people, especially when you're in a retail business, how can you do teshuvah with retail business? Teshuvah meaning you have to pay back to the guy that you stole. How? You will never be able to pay the guy? You sold them a fake watch, and you charge him like original watch. Instead of $500, because it's good quality fake, you sold it to them $5,000. You made to your pocket $4,500 clean. You sold them refurbished, and the guy is Amaritz, he doesn't know. You put it in a Sony box, original from Sony. I mean, you sold them a diamonds, and you told them VVS, VVR, VV Gehenam. What the guy know what's his VV? Yaakov, you're laughing. They sold me a diamonds. Do you think now that I'm a rabbi in a community full of diamonds community, and there are diamonds in and diamond out? They said that diamonds go to diamonds, right? So, I mean, the Bukharian community, not for no reason they're working in diamonds. They are diamonds people as well, being a rabbi, I can admit. Now, if somebody will send me, I will go to one of my community members to check. I was a rabbi in the same community. I went into the store, I bought. The guy gave me a certified, with teudah, with picture, with selfie, whatever you want. From the company with Ashgachat Abadat, Aravlando, okay, or you, whatever you want. I came because the necklace that I bought my wife is a very delicate, and he's a religious Jew. is a very delicate diamonds, very delicate necklace. So I came to one of my community members. I said, listen, I pay so much, and I pay a lot. I want to change it. Give me the same money. I'm not just going to sell that to somebody else. Don't even make profit $100. Just give me less. I'm willing to lose $300, $500, and buy me something else from you. The guy looked and he said, Rabbi, if I will give you $500, it's because you are my rabbi. This is the cheapest diamonds but I said I have to do it. The Teudah said $5,000. The Teudah said. He said, what do you think? Today, even Teudah, you pay $10, you can get any Teudah on any diamonds that you want. With Teudah. No, the guy know which clean and how clean is that. I don't know how to check. You sell me Zarkur, I will think it's diamonds. Home Depot sell 3.5 carat, $29.99. Stone, nice. I told my wife, it's nice. 3 carat, flawless. Zarkur, right? So how? The first question that they're going to ask each one of us, Nasata v'natata be'emunah, that you made honest business. What a tough questions. Now you know what a tough question is that. It's not an easy question to answer. The second question is, Kavata itim laTorah. That one, most of you here, and the 1,000 people that listen can put V. Mark down. Why? When you hear Shiur Torah on a steady basis, especially when you find the times and you come, every Monday, no matter what, you're going to see miracles in your life. You know why? Because you have Keviut Nefesh. This is not coincidence. God, my time is so valuable with you that I designated Monday night to be a night for you. You and me. Kavata itim laTorah. The second question is that you have a set time. Number 3. Asakta befirya verivya. That you was busy to have children, or if you're not married yet, you are busy to make shidduchim. Ladies, not only to yourself, gentlemen. If you are busy you are a very selfish man, a good selfish man, but selfish. Instead, I told you that many times, when you're going out, one time I went out, I was in Israel with a lady, he didn't work out, and I will be honest with you, I didn't ask the wise, only Hashem understand, and I really want it. We went out, maybe the second time, only that I went 2 or 3 days. I never went into 2 dates, very rare, almost never. I went twice, the second one I got married. So, I went so many times and I really wanted. She said no. I went into the hotel, I thought that's it. And she said no. And you know what I did the day after? Because I knew her so well. What you're going to do? Disappointed, depression, Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge. We're looking for a bridge to jump. You know what I did? I called my friends from the yeshiva. I said, I have a shidduch for you. She is perfect for you. I know him very well. He was my roommate. And I got to know her. And I said, wow, perfect match. You hear that? That you made your life to be a business of making shidduchim, of making children. Not necessarily that you have to make children yet, but you always can bring children to the world. How do you bring children? It's 3 simple ways. One of them is when you marry, you can bring your own children. This is the simple way. Another way is even if you marry and the children doesn't yet, or even if you're an old person, or even if you're young and you're not married, so you're not supposed to bring children. In this case, you make people get together, get married. You bring life to the world. You're helping the world to be exist. Or, in a deeper way, every person that you bring to Shiur Torah, you make a child to the Almighty God. You're dealing with having children to the Hashem Baruch. You hear that? Every portion that you bring, you're making children to the Almighty God. And ladies and gentlemen, don't take it lightly. The greatest things that you can do is not to keep Shabbat, is not to put the tefillin, is not to eat kosher, even though that they're all important, is not to go to the mikveh, not to be shomer negiah, shomer yiyah, shomer yozdiyah. You know what's the greatest thing that you can do? Is to bring one Jew to the Almighty God. You know why? Because whatever he do, and his children, and his grandchildren, you have 50% of it. This is the greatest investment that you can do. Making children to the Almighty God. Because when you do tefillin, after you finish the tefillin, you're going to get paid for tefillin, one tefillin. When you keep Shabbat, you're going to get paid for one Shabbat. When you eat kosher, you're going to get paid, unlimited, for one food. But if you bring one person to Teshuvah, anything, it's like a machine. You know, in the bank, they have a machine. The machine that counts in the money. Suddenly you have a spiritual machine above. And this machine is working 24/7. When you sleep in, this guy is doing mitzvot, your machine is working. When he's dead after 120 years and his children do mitzvot, your machine is working. That you made children to the Almighty God. Asakta b'friya v'rivya. And number 4 question is, and this is the topic of today, tzipita leYeshua, that you wait for Mashiach, that you had covenant in the tefillah. When you say in the tefillah, every day in the tefillah, את צמח דוד עבדך מהרת הצמיח, וקרנו תרום בישועתך, כי לישועתך קיווינו וציווינו, ברוך אתה השם הצמיח. When you said in the tefillah, we're waiting for Mashiach, we're waiting for David HaMelech, ובני ירושלים build, that you had intention, or you don't even remember that you said. Usually when we read Parnasah, Barchenu, we don't remember. Because cash, everybody remember. When we read Refaenu, Refuah, everybody remember. Refuah Shelema to this guy, and this guy, and this guy. When we read Ata Chonen L'Adam wisdom, we all remember. Selach Lanu, we remember also because of the sin, the tshuva that we need to do. But what about Mashiach? Why you don't remember Mashiach? Tzipita leYeshua, that you wait for Mashiach. Mashiach need us to wait for him. What encouraged him to come is the will of the simple people that want him. If nobody wants you, how are you going to come? Why are you going to come sooner if nobody wants you? Ladies, gentlemen, you are in the age of shidduchim. Let's say someone fix with you a shidduch. Fix your shidduch. He fix you. And 10 minutes before the shidduch, before you come to the shidduch, you heard that the other guy, not 10, 2 hours before. And you dress, and you put mascara, balagan, and after that you put this, and you put the best dress, and shoes, such a size. Everything is perfect. Now you're ready to go, and happened to be that somebody came and gave you jangalor, and he told you, listen, this guy that's coming to see you, he doesn't come because he wanted. They force him to come to the wedding, to the meeting. He doesn't even want to date you. Are you going to rush to be in this meeting? Are you going to rush to be in this date? Or are you going to take the times? And maybe you're not going to come, and even if you're going to come, it's only because you're a mensch, only because you're a lady, and you respect, you know. But you're going to come fast, and you're going to leave fast, and you're going to come late. You're not going to be there, because if he's not waiting for me, why I need to come before? If we want Mashiach to come before, minimum that we have to do is to wait for him. To want him to come. Because if not, Mashiach have a date that is going to come. It's a date in heaven that he have to come. But the only way to bring him before, and not to have all this Gog Magog, and Milchamot, and Gehenna that we have to pass, is what? We just need to want Mashiach to come. Mashiach every day. You know what we accept in our community? Listen to this. Ladies, gentlemen, I'm asking you to do something very unusual. But when you're coming into here to BJCC or Minyan Third Floor, the place to be, you come to hear things that is very rare to hear outside. not only debt-wise, also ideal-wise. In our community, we accept that each one of us is going this week to buy a suit or a dress that he will never wear. You buy it and you keep it in the closet. For what? In case if Mashiach comes, you're going to have a beautiful dress that you can do Sheikhiyanu for Mashiach time. You hear that? A nice suit that you're not going to wear in your wedding, and you're not going to wear it to an important meeting. You're not going to wear it, period. Many tzaddikim had it. They had a special suit. I'm not asking you to buy $1,000 suit. Fine, a nice suit, $50, $75, $100. What exactly are you capable to do, money-wise? But you know what? If you're going to do it, when Mashiach is going to come, you're going to be in the front line, VIP seat, not business class, first class. Flying to Israel, first class. Why? Because Mashiach said, you know, this guy spent money. He was waiting for me physically wise, not only speaking wise in the classes and giving ideas. No, he had a suit ready for me. Every mitzvah that he did, in his gym, he said, God, I'm doing this mitzvah. You know why I'm putting tefillin? Not only because I'm obligated, because I want Mashiach to come. And you know what the Rambam writes? That every Jewish man and woman have to see the world. What does it say in Russian? Half and half. Half and half. I know that the Russian cannot say half for some reason. They say half, right? Chetzi, chetzi. It's like many, I believe the Chinese cannot say ar. Right? They cannot say ar. So my name was always difficult. Asher. Ashen. They used to call me Ashen. With N. And they cannot say ar. Chaf and chaf. Chetzi, chetzi. What's mean chetzi, chetzi? The Rambam writes, every Jew, listen to this. Every Jew have to appear in this world and walk, having a feeling that the world is standing right now half and half. And maybe my tefillin, maybe my tzitzit, maybe my blessing, שהכל נהיה בדברו, maybe my guard my eyes, not watching things that I don't need, maybe my charity, maybe my shiur Torah tonight is going to be the last mitzvah. Listen, you know what's meant to do the last one? The scale is down. When the scale is down, there's no other choice. Mashiach have to come. We are done. That's it. That's it. You understand what's that? Yaakov, every act that you're doing, Dr. Yaakov, maybe is half enough. The whole world standing. עשה מצווה אחת, הכריע את עצמו ואת העולם כולו לקו זכות. Do you hear that? ציפית לישועה. That you had in mind to bring Mashiach? Now the question is, why do we need Mashiach? I will tell you the simple and the obvious answer is, and this is what most of us like to hear. You know how it's going to be in Mashiach? It's not going to be any war. We're going to have unlimited ma'adanim. How do you say ma'adanim? Yogurt. The Rambam writes that yogurt is going to be all over. Chocolate mousse, banana mousse, banana. Everything you want is going to have. You're going in and it's all kosher. Everything is kosher. Chalav Israel, not Chalav Ishmael. Everything is going to be good. It's going to be amazing. You know what the world we're going to have? Food. You can eat and it's no calories. You don't have to you don't have even to go to the gym, because the food will become like the time of the desert, when you don't need to go to the bathroom. Man. This time you can eat from the ground, and the ground will raise himself. You don't even have to plant. You just come in and you see a tree with the apple such a side, watermelon such a side, and you just open and eat. You and your future wife and a romantic dinner, and it's all ready. With candlelight. That's it. This is what people are thinking about Mashiach. I'm not saying that they are wrong, but it's not the purpose to have Mashiach. You know why I know that it's not the purpose? There are many rich people that their life today is amazing. Many rich people that for that they don't need Mashiach. They live in the dreams. I mean, they have $1 billion. What do you need more for $1 billion? They have a private jet. 26 rooms with 2 children. Him and his wife walking all day long with walkie-talkie. Shula, where you are? 5th floor, make a right, and the stop. 2 stops, make left. The guy is coming in from the gates till the house, 5-minute driving. Because you have a basketball court, tennis court, swimming pool, whatever you want, golf, and then the act is outside. So many people live dreams in our life. You don't need Mashiach for physical. Even though that is going to be a great physicality, but it's not the purpose of having Mashiach. You know why do we need Mashiach? Listen to the answer. This is maybe the best answer. Because why do we don't do Shechianu and the Omer? You know, we count in the Omer every night, right? Today is 14 days. We count, why the 4th day you don't do Shechianu? Every mitzvah that you're doing once in a while, what do you do? Shechianu. So why the Omer you don't do Shechianu? Chacham Ovadia asked these questions, and he answered 2 answers. One answer he said, because the Omer is not finalized until the 50 days. So you cannot do Shechianu in the middle of mitzvah. Tell me, when you do Shechianu, when you build the sukkah or when you see the sukkah? When you see it, that's when you build. Because building is no purpose. The purpose of building is to see it. So when you finish a mitzvah, you can make. The finishing is Shavuot. The Omer start in Pesach, but you bless Shechianu and finish it. Right? Beautiful answer. But there's another answer, and that answer is this one. How can you do Shechianu? When you remind yourself, you know what's mean Omer? You know what's Omer? What's Sfirat Omer? Sfirat Omer, they used to count the grain, a certain grain that they used to give to Beit HaMikdash that called Omer. Omer is a certain grain. Now, you count it until Shavuot. Why? Because you give it sacrifice to where Beit HaMikdash. Do we have Beit HaMikdash right now? How can you say Shechianu if a second before you remind yourself that you have no Beit HaMikdash? Gentlemen, how many mitzvot we have? Ladies, how many mitzvot we have? Obligation. Positive mitzvot. Do you know how many mitzvot we have positive? 248. How many bones we have in our body? 200. How many negative mitzvot we have? I don't like to use the word negative. How many negative mitzvot we have? 365. How many veins we have in our body? 300 and... You see, the rabbi is doing fast. My son, 4 years old, he came to me, Abba. I said, what's that? You know, nowadays, generation, they used to give shaking hand, shalom aleichem. Today, tak. And some people, they even go to, back, boom, back. You're going in, under the table, above the table. What's going on? Relax. It's like a ceremony, you know. I saw people that they meet each other, it's like 5 minutes shalom. Back, boom, back, tak, with the leg, with the head. Okay, we have a very unique generation, blessed one. Ladies, we have 360 veins in our body. Precisely like the 300 mitzvot, 65 negative mitzvot. We have 248 bones. Precisely like the mitzvot, the positive ones. Now, how many mitzvot we really doing? How many mitzvot is usually a person fulfill on a daily basis? The best. 70 to 80. 77, beautiful. So meaning, almost 160 mitzvot we don't do. You know why we don't do 160 mitzvot? Why? We have no Beit HaMikdash. Do you know why we need Mashiach? In order to be complete. And the only way to be complete is to fulfill the 248 mitzvot. And the only way to fulfill the 248 mitzvot is to have Mashiach. You see? Spirituality-wise, the only way to achieve the greatest level is when Mashiach is going to come. This is the reason that the Gemara said, "Vayetchanan el Hashem ba'et ha'il le'emor." The Torah in Sefer Devarim, Parashat Vayetchanan mentioned, Moshe Rabbeinu pray how many tefillot? 515 tefillot to enter the land. What exactly Moshe Rabbeinu want to enter the land so badly? וכי לפריה הוא צריך, what, he want the potato or the tomato from Israel? They have either potato, right? They have oranges from Florida, fresh fish from Florida. Why do you know, I don't know, what exactly is so special in the Holy Land? What, Moshe Rabbeinu need food so badly? The Gemara said that the only reason Moshe Rabbeinu want to enter the land is because they have few mitzvot that only if you live in the Holy Land you can do. You hear that? Moshe Rabbeinu want to achieve to be perfect. And to be perfect is to fulfill the full potential that you can do. Full of mitzvot, 248. You cannot. You live outside of Israel, you cannot. You don't have Beit Mikdash, you cannot. We're praying for Mashiach. We said, God, we want to be a perfect human being. We want to be the most refined ones. And the only way to be most refined is if Mashiach is going to come. One explanation. The second explanation, ladies, gentlemen, is because the Pasuk said, Bechol tzaratam lo tzar. You know that they said when you're going into a sick man, I will teach you something today in Bikur Cholim. When you're going in to visit a sick man, ask the man to pray for himself. Because his tefillah is better for your tefillah. No offend. Don't get offended. But his tefillah is better for your tefillah. Do you know why his tefillah is better for your tefillah? You're going out to visit a sick man. What do you do usually? You take Tehillim and you pray for him, right? Why his tefillah is better from yours? Do you know why? Can you figure out why, knowledge, secular-wise or knowledge-wise, why?
She's feeling suffering.
You see, he's a doctor, you know. Obvious. Doctor, do you feel the pain of the patient? Can you feel the pain?
Not the way he does.
Nobody can feel the pain the way he does. When he tell you I have a pain, you have a pain. Sometimes his pain is unbearable. You will never have the ability. So when he scream to God, God, I need, he know what is scream. How many times people scream to you, I need a shot, I need, how do you call it, morphine. They push. My father, Ahmad Kulam, when he was in the hospital, you know, they give you, when you have a cancer and also diabetes, they give you this buttons that you push yourself the morphine. And if it's not working, they have another button to call the doctor. My father, all day long, I said, they give it only when there's a pain. Morphine is not a game. All day long, we put morphine. And when it was not enough, he used to call the doctor every 5 minutes. I need stronger. They gave him morphine and a pill. They gave him morphine and a shot. They gave him morphine to the mouth. And still, they gave him a shot of morphine. And still, he felt the pain. Unbearable pain. So when the sick man is praying to God, when he's screaming from the bottom of that. Now ladies, let's see if you can figure out, don't answer. Which one can feel the pain even stronger from the patient himself? The only people that can feel the pain even stronger from the patient himself is who? His mother. I knew it. We take one to the one. Mr. Davidov, we take one to the one. Very soon, B'ezrat Hashem. Only a mother can feel the pain of a baby, even stronger from the baby himself. Only a father can feel the pain of his own child. You see, when we are in exile and suffering, we're not the only one that's suffering. The Almighty God, our Father, is suffering as well, and even more from what we're suffering. Because He is our Father. Yes, we have to pass certain suffering in life for many reasons. We're not going to get to reason today. But when we asking Mashiach to come, we're not only asking Mashiach to redeem us. We're asking Mashiach to redeem the Shekhinah Migaluta. God from exile. Please, God, bring Mashiach. This way you also not going to suffer. Because we know that you're suffering. When you see us suffering, you're also suffering with us. So this is the two main reasons. I want Behemet to ask each one of us. You know, we are maybe 2 days before the end of this month, the month of Nisan. month of Nisan going to be Segula, Benisan Niga'anu, Benisan Atidin Nigael, is a good time, is a momentum to bring Mashiach. So we have 2 days left. Let's, in the last 2 days, able to buy a dress, or a suit, shoes, anything that is important. And you're going to wear it when Mashiach is going to come very soon. And let's do every mitzvah that we're going to do. Until Sivan, until Matan Torah, or even further. To have in mind, at least, I'm doing this mitzvah, not only to get closer to the Almighty God, not only to make this world a better world, not only to get reward, and mainly, to bring Mashiach much faster. We need Mashiach because the world is getting crazy. So, hopefully, Be'ezrat Hashem, next Monday, the class will take place in Yerushalayim Abniya. And this time we're not going to have any sushi. We're going to have real meat. You know, from Bet HaMikdash, you're going to have real meat. May God will bless you all, Be'ezrat Hashem. This year, we're going to dance in your own wedding. Bless us on the Kol Simcha. Thank you very much.